Today you will learn how to create songs to create for your video games or just for yourself. Let me show you a sneak peek of what we're going to create and what you will be able to achieve as for following this tutorial. You can create music with different programs. Ableton Live is one of the popular ones, Logic Pro for Mac, LMMS, which is completely free and open source, or here, what I am using right here is FL Studio. This is a paid program, but it has a cool free trial, and the free trial is completely fully functional. You can save your project and export them, so you have a fully working DAW for this. The one con here is when you save projects, to reopen them, well, you need the full version for this. Alright, so you can just create a song, finish it, export it, and you're good to go. Welcome to FL Studio, the program where we will be making our music, and I will keep things very simple, a lot of knobs and buttons going on, but don't worry, we'll use the basic knobs right here, the playlist here, which will hold our music components, the piano roll where we can place in our notes, the channel rack, we have our instruments, we can program our drums in here, and then our folders to find sounds. You can also look them up here. But let's start just here with the basics. First of all, we're going to add an instrument and set the tempo. The tempo, you can drag it here or right click, type in value. The default of FL Studio is 130 and that's fine for our happy project. So now here in the channel rack, hit the plus icon and we're going to start here with the piano. So FL keys. Now don't worry, you don't need to know music theory. I'm going to show you some tricks. You can choose some different pianos. I like the grand piano right here. And then you can click here on the piano roll icon, right here, or right click, go to piano roll. Now in here you see this music note, right click, and we can set a scale. So you don't need to know actual music theory, but it can be helpful, especially because the program will be helping us. Right click here on the major, and C major is a very popular one if you want happy tracks. For more melodic tracks or more sad sounding tracks, the minor natural can work as well, and you can try any of those keys. So for the major in C. Then here, I like to start with the root note, C major, and we can drag this to one bar. And now I hit the play icon, not in song mode, but in pattern mode. Okay, start of our song, well, at least it is. And you can see the light notes, those are in key of my song, and the dark grid here. Well, we set this up here, and we're going to skip a light note and place a note. Skip a light note, place a light note. Now we have a chord. Okay, nice. Then let's place one here. Again, skip note, and we can create these triads. Left click, clicks them in, right click, removes one. And let's place the last one right here. So I just paste in my bass note, create triads, and then see if it sounds good. If it sounds bad, I change the chord. Let's listen. Now let's layer in the bass notes from our root notes right here, the bottom note. With holding Ctrl Shift, I can click multiple notes. I let go. Then Shift click. Then Ctrl arrow down, pressing down one octave. And now we have our bass notes. Okay, cool. Let's go here to the channel rack or hit F6 on the keyboard. And we can add another instrument on top of this. By the way, I can drag this to the side until I match the line right here. So I can follow along my track. Let's add a new instrument. Let's go with Flex. Flex is a library of a lot of different instruments. For example, you can click the All button, see the text, and then you can filter on drums, bells, and so on. So we get a lot of cool sounds in here, but I can also type in here and, for example, look for a guitar. Well, we're feeling chill today. So click the chill guitar. Back here in F6 in my channel rack, I can copy paste the notes right in here. So copy, click here, and paste them in with Ctrl V. Now I can double click on this one, and you can see a chill guitar, or I can change back to one of the other ones. I'm going to delete the notes from here, and in here I can disable the other sounds. So this is my guitar sound. Now this is fine and all, but we can arpeggiate them, so we have notes playing separately. You can click here on the tools, a lot of cool built-in features, have a look at them, but I'm going to go here with arpeggiate. I can change the time of this as well, hit the spacebar to play it. And I'm going to hit accept. With Ctrl Select, I can Ctrl Arrow up, just one octave up, and I think I like the sound better. Or, with nothing selected, I can paste the entire thing up. Oh, maybe a bit too loud, so let's go with here. And then together with this other sound as well. If you wonder what the buttons do, in here, in the hint panel, it explains it, and also you can see the shortcut. So, right here, this is the panning, so you want it more on the left or on the right of the speakers. But I'm going to change the volume. The piano is a little bit louder than my chill guitar, so I'm going to move this. Okay, let's see for more music instruments. So click here, and let's add GMS this time. Also pretty cool plugin. By the way, my channel rack is in front, because here I have it detached. I can also click this and it always goes away, but I like it detached like this, so it stays in front, and I can close it like this. In here I can find sounds. So click here on program. Now I'm going to add pads and textures. So, for example, when I click something and I hold the button on my keyboard, for example W or something, you can hear it. So double click to select it. And now here in GMS, I can go to the piano roll. And in my piano roll, you can also view. And then you can see here ghost channels. I have those enabled because then I see the notes of my other instruments that I have right here. So what I can do now with my pad, let's go back here. We had it here on C. I can recreate this chord, but this time here in 2 bars. Let's Ctrl click to solo this one out, and let's see how it sounds. Now together with the other instruments. Sounds weird, doesn't it? So we can also, again, change this. Maybe the peaceful one is better. And maybe take the volume a bit. Okay, so the start of our track is coming along nicely, and let's duplicate the chords in one more layer. So for example, flex. And a violin may do wonders for us as well. So find the violin for here, for example. So copy paste those in. Let's solo this one out. Let's delete the bass notes. Now I can also make those longer. Ctrl select and drag them out from the side. And we have a sound like this. This may be a little bit loud. Let's see. And I'm going to layer the chill guitar as well. So once again, Flex, very cool library, especially for beginners. And then go here. And we can look for a flute. Maybe a pan flute will be nice. And I'm trying to find sounds in different octaves or in different frequencies, because the chill guitar is pretty much high or mid frequencies, and the flute sounds, I can layer them 1 octave higher. Ctrl R up, because here you have better sound. So we have more higher notes as well. So compare it. I think this gives more fuller sound. And then we have something. Now we have our bass layer notes. We have our mid frequencies, and now we have higher frequencies. What we're going to need now is more drums. So what we can do now, look here in our folder. Oh, I need to click the folder, and I had it docked in the site. And we can look for a kick. So we can type in kick. You can find packs on the internet or just here built in FL Studio. So these are different sounds. No. Well, and that's maybe the fun part, or the part you can spend longest time on. These sounds right here. If you opened up default FL Studio, may have some kick examples in here. You can, by the way, right click and then delete it if you don't need it. What I did is I always start from a new empty template or from a minimal with a limiter in it. So what we can do here is paste in here, and then those who play all the notes. Right click, delete those. And we can right click and fill in each 4 steps. Makes it easier. And also a clap might be nice. So look for a clap. A soft clap might do. And then each other kick, for example, is a very basic pattern. You can also sample, switch out the sounds. So if I want this, you can drag this over. You can also layer them, so we can copy paste those as well. And let's look from some hi-hats. Or just hats. And then fill in each 2 steps, for example, and lower the volume. And we can paste in some rolls, like for this, for example. And if you did something wrong, right click will delete. Okay, now we got our elements coming together, and I like to add one more special element in here. So we can go to Flex, for example. We know this already. Let's look here for all, and then, for example, game. Well, if you like that sound. Maybe the dots game, for example, here. Just some unique elements in there. Turn the volume down, for example. And I see here in the mixer, I need a limiter for this. So on the master, I have a limiter. So it doesn't go above my noise, my ears won't bleed out. So maybe here. I'll also play this in key. Can duplicate this over. And maybe pitch him up a bit. Don't overdo this, by the way. Let's see if it sounds good in our song or not. Okay, now I think this is nice and all, but how can I, well, make this into a structured song? We have pattern 1 right here. You can create multiple patterns, by the way, and then you can paste those different in and add different elements. But now we got everything together. You can right click and split by channel. Click here, shift click on this one, and drag this in the playlist. Right now I can play this in song. And I can add or delete elements as I see fit. For now I'm going to select this all and hit Ctrl B, and this will duplicate it over. Or you can also hold shift and then drag them out. Right now I have it here snapped to my bar. For you it may be in steps or something, but for arrangement I really like the bar one. Or maybe the half beat. So, in music I like to bring in different elements, and then when everything comes together, then build off and build on again. So, let's start here just with our piano for the first one. So this is our song. And then maybe the chill guitar comes in. And then these elements and the pen flute later. And then our kicks. The violin is way too loud, so put the bad boy down a bit. The kick is maybe a bit too much for this. The kick and the clap, I will keep those out. Just the heads and then the game. And then before the drop, so to speak, let's pick out some elements here. And here we have the sound of going together. Take our elements. And it repeats again, maybe 4 bars this time. And then you can just select the entire thing from here maybe. Shift click those over. It repeats itself. And then we can end again like this, for example. And right here I have this in minutes seconds, then you can see the song lasts for 3 minutes 12 seconds. And it ends quietly. Maybe like this. And the song is gone. So I have my chorus, my verse, things build up, things build up again, and then I have some breathing room, and then I repeat it, and I have my song. And feel free to use this inside of your video game however you would like it. But for this last part, I'm going to play entirely through this. But before I do, let me tell you, if this was interesting to you, I just quickly went over the very basics. We created a very basic song. So I have another YouTube channel dedicated to this FL Studio. It's called Buvisa Music. First link in the description brings you right there. You can subscribe there and see more videos and learn more. So this is a very useful skill to have and very fun to play around with. So without further ado, enjoy, see you in the next video, and here's my full rundown of this song that we created. Hey, and if you want to render this out, go to File, Export, WAV file, then choose a folder on your computer, give it a fitting name, save it, and you can use the settings that I have right here. And then you click here on Start, and it will export your song, and you will have it available on your computer. Now, once again, feel free to subscribe down below to my other YouTube channel dedicated to this FL Studio, and I might see you there. Goodbye, see you next video, my friend. Bye bye.